Ladies and gentlemen of the public, I wish to make a statement regarding the ludicrous rumours regarding myself and an incident that supposedly happened 25 years ago. Yes, it is true that I owned a life size cutout of the character Captain Kirk from Star Trek. On the night in question, I will freely admit that I did partake in some underage drinking. I did, however, know my limits and returned home. Upon returning to my bedroom, I discarded my clothing in favour of some warm flannel Jimmy Jams. Forgive me. Oh dear. Forgive me. Oh yes. During the during the state of undress between my outdoor clothing and my warm Jimmy Jams, I saw a picture of Judge Judy and be quiet and became I I must say to you the public became quite aroused. I then slipped over some discarded Vaseline and then fell upon the life-size Captain Kirk, where unfortunately my pierced the standee at the crotch area, the shock of which sent me flying backwards onto the wall, where a rubber Cthulhu tentacle was stuck to the wall, which then entered. The kerfuffle did make me cry out loud, "Oh my!" and the sticky white substance. Forgive me. And the sticky white substance on the floor that was found afterwards was not but simply some spilled icing from a cake making exercise earlier in the day. I will now take questions from the press. Without further ado, let's get on with the Geeky Dads podcast.
Hey!
Hey.
Okay, and welcome to episode 9. We are finally back at the Geeky Dads podcast. I'm Ian Duffy. Unfortunately, Mike is not with us this week. He is getting some yum done. But I am joined this week by our resident Ranarak, Chris.
Hello.
And we're also joined by our resident Moo Moo lover, Craig.
Yes.
I know
Hello.
it feels like forever that we've actually been all together. I know that there has been some kerfuffles, which has led to us not being able to record for the past few weeks. But we're finally here, minus Mike, but he will be back in the next episode. So, what has everybody been binging in the past few weeks?
I've actually over the past 2 days, because I've been sick of waiting for it to come on Netflix. I've found one of those websites, the www. Been watching season 5 of Rick and Morty. I'm just on the last episode, so
Isn't it on E4 or all 4?
I know, but I can't be asked with adverts and stuff like that. Right, on those, you get adverts, you don't get any on www.com. So,
Well, you could always get a TiVo box. I forgot you don't have a TV in your house.
yeah, I know that. Well, I do have a TV. I don't have a TV license, so I don't need one. I don't need one.
You don't. They could be listening, Craig. They could be listening.
It could be. Well, you'll have my address. But yeah, I've done that, and I binge watched the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett until obviously the last episode. That's tomorrow.
It is so good. I'm not going to lie. It is just.
I know.
I'm going to say it's not as good as the Mandalorian, but just the past few weeks. I mean, I read a lot of the comics and Black. I always fail when I try and pronounce this. Black Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
That's him, yeah. Black Chrysanthemum, the big Wookiee bounty hunter. He was in Doctor Aphra comics, and I loved the Doctor Aphra comics. And
what I didn't like though, the only bit that I didn't like though is it didn't tell you that he'd been with the Sand People for 5 years. I saw something on YouTube, and he worked it out, and he'd actually been with the Sand People for 5 years. I thought it would have been a bit better than if it's 5 years later. Like, but it was 5 years he was with them. That's the only bit I didn't like. So I hate trying to work out things like that, where how long's it been past and stuff like that. If there's anything, but yeah, I saw something on YouTube about it. It'd been 5 years that he'd been with the Sand People for. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm so made up to see the character back, and I'm liking this portrayal of him. I say, but the last episode when Cad Bane turned up at the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, Cad Bane, bloody hell!
I mean, Tommy's had that action figure for years. I think we picked up from like with this flea market like a couple of quid, and it's just such a brilliant like character.
Is it voiced by someone else? It doesn't quite sound the same as the one from the Clone Wars.
It sounded like him.
It has got a bit, but it does sound a tiny bit different. I don't know if they've changed the voice bit with it obviously not being the animated, but it does sound a little bit different.
Yeah. No,
but yeah,
I mean, I think
it looks brilliant.
Yeah, it's you know, I love seeing these characters, and I'm really hoping that they bring back Bosk in the next episode, because he is my favourite bounty hunter.
Who?
Bosk.
Which one was he? No.
He's the big lizard one. No, the big lizard one from Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, he is my favourite of all the bounty hunters. Definitely. But yeah, so Chris, what about you? What have you been binging?
I've not really been watching it. We've been watching like drama stuff. Well, I imagine it's probably BBC, ITV, or that sort of thing. So,
what kind of drama stuff?
We watched The Responder.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Which is really good. Martin Freeman. Yeah, it's really good. Really enjoyed that. Liverpool. Based in and around Liverpool.
Yes, I mean, from his accent, he sounds like he's from Bootle.
His accent is spot on.
It is. Yeah.
Saw that Alan Sugar had been on Twitter saying he couldn't understand what he was saying. Well, Alan Sugar's a bit of a twit then, because I didn't have a problem at all with his accent. I thought it was absolutely spot on. So yeah, couldn't fault him at all. So sod off, Alan Sugar.
You're fired.
Yeah, you don't know what you're on about, so screw you. Apart from that, not a lot actually. We started watching, and I was so surprised that this was on Disney Plus. We started watching Pam and Tommy.
Oh yeah, I keep seeing that advertised.
which is mad. It is a bit mad. So,
right? Can you like let me know? Is this true? But is there a talking penis in it?
Yes.
Oh my God. I thought it was just a joke.
Nope.
Oh my word.
Yep.
Wow.
There's only 3 episodes on there at the moment. So yeah. But yeah, it's all a bit weird. But it's Seth Rogen, and I didn't know. I didn't realize it was Seth Rogen doing it. So, and he's in it as well. He actually stars in it as well. So, and yeah, it's pretty. And it's Sebastian Stan.
Oh,
who's the
Winter Soldier himself?
Is Tommy Lee. So go figure. But yeah, And I need to get back to watch it to finishing the rest of Hellsing Ultimate, and I need to watch the rest of Hawkeye. And I have approached Ben and Dawn as to whether or not they both are interested in watching the Star Wars stuff, as in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, because I haven't watched any of it yet, and I really should do. So
it's also the spoilers.
I know. Well, it's not really spoiled because if someone starts talking about it, I just kind of switch off because I haven't seen it. So I kind of, it's kind of self-preservation there. So yeah, it's not too bad though. It's not too.
It is so good. It is so good.
Yeah,
it is really good.
So. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I've just checked though as well. It does look like it is the same person who does the voice for Cad Bane.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just something that just didn't sound like it to me. But yeah, it's the same person. Just checked online. Yeah, so it's the same person who does it.
Yeah, it sounded just like him.
That's me. It didn't really sound like it, but I just thought there was a bit of difference in it. But I just think that might be just because it's live action, like obviously. But but no, I did like it, and Yeah, just got
Yeah.
last episode tomorrow, haven't we?
Oh God, definitely. Well, what have I been? I have been watching mainly. I watched obviously Book of Boba Fett, but I've been
Yeah.
watching Peacemaker.
I haven't watched it
I'd
yet.
forgotten about that. Yeah, I'd
My
absolutely forgotten about that.
word, I think I have sent you in the group chat the just the opening,
Yeah.
just the opening credits, and it's just like one of the craziest things I've actually ever seen for a long time.
Is this set after the Suicide Squad movie or before it?
Yeah, no, it's set after the series. Yeah,
Right, okay.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, if any, what I would recommend to anybody is just go on YouTube and type in Peacemaker titles, and just watch. It is just, I can't even put into words to describe it, but it's just insane. It's just like a dance video, but it's the looks on the face is just blank. There's no smiling. They're just blank faces.
All right.
But it's so good, and the show is. I'm not gonna lie, the show is just balls to the wall insane. Typical James Gunn, knocks out the park as usual. But yeah, it's quite touching in parts as well. So yeah, I would recommend it when it finally comes on British TV. I think people out there need to watch it because it's just beautiful. That's all I can say.
So what's it on at the moment then?
It's on HBO Max in
HBO,
America.
yeah.
Oh,
So
www.
Yeah, your www. Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I've been watching, and not been playing much actually. I think I've played a couple of rounds of Fortnite with Tommy.
Yeah,
I've just got the FCO collection for the Assassin's Creed, the PlayStation Store.
all right, okay.
So I got that, and I've got my eye on something else at the moment, but I can't remember what it is.
I completed 2 games in January.
It
was actually. I completed 2 games in January. I completed Final Fantasy 12 when I got back, and I completed Halo. I started the Guardians of the Galaxy game in January, but I only completed it the other day. So, like I said, but I've been playing them. Like the new Halo's brilliant. That Guardians of the Galaxy game's awesome as well. It's so funny. Like, I've not laughed at a game that made me laugh in a long time. This actually made me laugh out a couple of times. Playing it, it's like just some of the scenes in it are funny.
Yeah, oh, brilliant. I think I was going to get that the other week as well because it's on sale. I've just not picked it up.
Well, my missus is getting me for Valentine's Day. She went, "What do you want?" I went, "Get me this game." She went, "What is it?" And I showed her. She's getting me Cuphead.
Cuphead.
We've got Cuphead.
Right, Tommy's got it as well.
Cuphead's ace. They're doing a series. It's out.
Yeah, so on Netflix.
It is in February sometime. I'm sure it is.
It's next
week.
Week.
Looks trippy.
Is it next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Definitely, yeah. It does. Hold on. Well, we've lost Craig.
Come back, Craig.
Craig, come back.
Can he just rejoin?
Yeah, I should be able to just click on the link.
Oh, fair dues. Well, while he's gone, in terms of gaming, all the card games that I play have all got new sets either out or coming out. So Eternal has got a new what's it called? It's not a campaign. The way Eternal does stuff is
I should be back.
Can
you hear me?
Hello.
There we go. Yeah, my screen locked, so
nice. Yeah, the way Eternal works is they'll do sets where you have to open packs to get the cards. They'll do sets where, like a mini set where you literally just buy the set and you get the cards, but there's not many cards in it. And then you have sets where it's like a campaign and you play through the campaign and you unlock the cards as you play. The set that is out now is the middle one, which is where you just buy the set and you just get the cards. Then Magic has got a set coming out on Thursday, which is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, which is basically cyber ninjas. It's like a futuristic Japanese set. Which I am super excited about because when I started playing Magic, I started playing with the release of the original Kamigawa set. So it's kind of like a full circle for me. Plus, I love Japanese stuff anyway, but that's going to be really cool. The set looks really good. And then finally, Legends of Runeterra has a set that I think releases next week, or it's like a mini set. And they've just started doing all the reveals for it. They've revealed the first champion today, which is Yuumi, which is obviously people should know Legends of Runeterra is based on League of Legends. So Yuumi is one of the champions from League of Legends. So, and that looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, a lot going on in terms of collectible card games at the moment. So
brilliant.
There you go. Should keep everyone busy.
Definitely. Excellent. So this week we're going to be talking about arcade games, and I'm sure we'll pick up Mike's in the next episode at the very beginning before we start with our next subject, which we'll announce at the end of the episode. So I know you two have got a fair couple of choices. We're going to start with Craig this week. So what is your first choice?
I'm going to start with Star Wars, the trilogy sit-down game. I don't know if everyone ever played it. I thought it was awesome. Just sitting in that big seat with that joystick the big joystick in front of you, and going through each episode. Like, was it? Yeah, it was each episode, weren't it? Like you start the first one, and like you got to go around is it Toth, the ice planet? Koff, whatever. I can't remember which one it is. You go around that in the fight, and you got to lasso the AT.
Oh, it's the snow speeder.
Yeah, you got to do that. And then you get to go through the bit where you go through the forest on those whatever they are. I can't remember what they're called now. You know, on the Return of the Jedi where they're in the forest on those jets.
The speeders, speedbike.
That's it. Speedbike. Yeah. They're on that, and then obviously you got the bits where it's just walking around. And you just got to shoot the stormtroopers, and then when you get quite far into it as well, you get to have like Jedi lightsaber battles as well. And it was just awesome playing it. It was really good. It was really good. Like I think you had to fight Boba Fett as well in one of it with the Jedi with your lightsaber. So I remember that. I
remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that being in where was it? Remember we played it? I think I played it in Liverpool Airport.
Nice.
I played it a couple of places, but did have it in that Disney Quest in America that I went to. They had it in there as well. Like I said, that's the only place I completed it because obviously it was all free once you get inside, so you don't mind pressing restart on it. Compared to when you pay £1 each time to try to continue, you like sod that I'm not paying £5.
Oh god, yeah, I definitely remember that. God, I think that you go to Affleck's Palace in Manchester. I think they don't have the sit down one, but they have the stand up version of that game.
Oh, nice! I'll see the stand up one.
Yeah. It's on like the top floor. It's another fellow who sells all like the old action vintage action figures. I'm trying to remember what it's called. But yeah, it's up. Yeah, there's one in Affleck's Palace in Manchester. Okay, so Chris, we'll move on to you. What's your first choice?
My first choice, I was looking through loads and loads and loads of different arcade games to try and get my choices. And considering I never went to like arcades a lot as a kid, I actually was familiar with a surprising amount of them. My first one is actually one of the first arcade games I remember playing, and it's Defender from 1981, and it's like a mix of Asteroids and Space Invaders.
Okay. No,
so
I never played that.
Now it's the actual machine. Look it up if you can. Look up the machine itself is really weird. As in, like it's like the screen is on the top. It's almost like a table, and the screen is on the top. And and you have to spin around, and it's like playing Asteroids, but it's spaceships coming at you. It's not like it's not you just shooting like rocks in space.
I'm looking at it now.
Now I played this when I went to the Isle of Wight with primary school. No, was it the Isle of Wight? Oh God, I can't remember now. It was either the Isle of Wight or London. I think it was the Isle. No, it was the Isle of Wight, and we went for like a weekend, and went round the island, did loads of activities and stuff and what have you. And this was in like the sort of bar area. sort of thing. And
Oh,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt. Was this at a was this like a holiday park, or was it like
no, it was
beachfront?
it was like a sort of B&B sort of place.
Oh, okay.
It was like, well, I suppose it won't be. It'll be like a hotel sort of thing, but
Mm.
like a proper old school English hotel
Yeah.
sort of thing. And yeah, in like the bar area sort of thing, they had a Defender machine sort of thing, and yeah, it was wicked.
Brilliant.
So,
just bring it on because I'm actually my first choice actually for the Isle of Wight as well. A lot of my arcade memories actually come from staying on the Isle of Wight when I was a kid. I used to go there like every year. So there's a place. Oh God, I think it's called like Robin Hood or Peter Pan. Peter Pan it was called. It was Peter Pan's like arcade and like mini fun park. And I remember playing. The game I played was actually in it's like a Pontons, but it wasn't called Pontons. It's called Puck Pool. And it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original.
Yeah.
I know they had Turtles in Time, but this is the first one. And every night, so all the parents would get drunk in like the what's it called? Like in the bar, and a bit like that, like shows on every night. Whereas all the lads, all the young kids would all just be camping around that machine, either watching or playing. And I must have spent hundreds of pounds on that machine. Always went as Leonardo. Never.
I think I know which one you mean. I've played one. It might not be the same one, but I have played a Turtles game in an arcade before. But it might not be the same one, but yeah.
Did they do different ones?
Yeah, there was two original arcade games.
Yeah.
This is the first one, so it got ported to the NES as a Turtles 2. But the first level was you're going through.
You're going through it looks like a hotel that's on fire or something like that.
It's the apartment.
Yeah.
It's an apartment.
It's an apartment, yeah, and it's on fire.
And it was difficult of foot soldiers. That was
the
one I remember. That's the one I absolutely loved. We just basically spent like the whole week every night from while the parents were all getting drunk to just give us loads of money. So ourselves by there, here's a Coke. And we'd spend most of the night just there playing that. I think I got off the first level, but I always went as Leonardo because he was my favourite. But yes, that's my first one. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I've spoken to that already. But we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, Craig, what is your second pick?
Oh, I'm gonna go with one of my favourite shoot 'ems, House of the Dead.
Oh, what a game!
I love that game. I don't know which one. I like. I do like some of the new ones now because obviously you got the machine guns in the new ones, but I do love that the old one. It was just brilliant. Like, just trying to get through it. It's one of those again where you're spending like 20 quid to complete a game unless you're at one of those arcades where once you pay it's fine. But like I said, it was brilliant. It was such a good game, and I just remember like the bad guy had such a dead high squeaky voice in it, and just trying to shoot as fast as you can. Like you get one finger on the trigger and you're moving it back and forward as quick as you can, and then swinging your arms to the side to reload. But yeah, House of the Dead. Love that game.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember got ported to the PC and I had that. I was on PC, but you wasn't using the light gun, you was using your mouse.
Yeah.
What a game. Did anybody ever watch the film?
No, but I heard it's god awful.
No.
It is possibly one of the worst films I've ever seen. Actually, it is classed as one of the worst films I've ever seen. Obviously, was it UA Boll? Is that his name?
UA
Bolt.
No, I can't pronounce that. Say how his first name is pronounced. It's U-Boll. So UWE is his first. Don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, he just makes like a bit crap video game films. He made Alone in the Dark, Far Cry, House of the Dead, and it was possibly just honestly, it was just. I think I rented it from Blockbuster. You know, when I worked there, and I used to get like 10 DVDs free a week.
Oh yeah, direct. It's UWE. That's his first name.
Yeah.
And then surname Boll.
Yeah.
Right.
I always remember because I think he got so fed up with the critics.
Yeah.
Bashing his film. He said, "Right, I'm going to fight one of you in a boxing match." I don't know what happened, but I always just remember that story that he challenged loads of journalists.
There's a second one as well.
I know. I didn't even dare touch that one. But yeah, he made loads of like video game movies, and they were all god awful. Not even so bad they're good. They're just bad. But yeah. Okay, Chris, what is your next one?
Right, my next one is it's kind of a bit of a love-hate sort of thing. I remember playing this at Pleasure Island, which sounds
Liverpool.
Yeah, which sounds terrible, but it's not. It was Festival Gardens, wasn't it? The actual place
Yeah, it was
Festival Gardens, but for us kids at the time, no one cared about Festival Gardens. It was all about Pleasure Island, which was this great big dome with. Did they have bowling in it?
They did, because I went on my arse and they were flying down there. Yeah,
they had bowling. They had the Works, which was like one of those great big kind of playground sort of things, with all the plastic covered foam stuff and the big death slides and stuff.
I remember that. Oh, do you remember they had a Laser Quest in there as well, didn't
they? They did. They had Laser Quest in there. It was great. It was a really good place, to be fair. But they also had an arcade, which was where I first came across Dragon's Lair from 1983. Now, this game, I mean, I imagine everyone will be familiar with Dragon's Lair. It looked like a film. I mean, it basically was a film. It was like an adventure film. It was Don Bluth, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah,
is an ex-Disney animator who did he do an American Tail?
He did. I think he did. Did American Tail? Thumbelina?
Yeah.
Oh, what's he?
Just having a look at these pictures of this Dragon's Lair. I've heard of it, but I can't think what it is.
I think it's on like Bertie Ebbie's. It's always been ported, because I know there's one of the version of on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
What's his name? Don Bluth. Let me just get it up. Don Bluth.
Yeah, Don Bluth.
No, we lost Craig again. He's what's he made? Don Bluth. Come on. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. Don Bluth. There we go. Land Before Time.
Yeah, Land Before Time. That's the one.
Secret of Nim.
Oh, the Secret of Nim is incredible.
I believe that's like one of those like Disney nasties. It's like quite scary in parts.
It is. It's incredibly weird and scary, but it's so cool.
Is this Dragon's Lair game? Is there a bit where there's like just a drawbridge that's just dead hard to get past as well?
The whole thing is. It's basic, isn't it? Just like. There's like several buttons, like basically on the screen, the film plays out sort of thing. And what happens is every software, something will happen, and you're supposed to press a button to like do an action. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So, like, but right at the beginning, it took me forever to get past the very first one. Like literally, like it goes through the introduction, and you're stood there going, "Oh, this is going to be awesome," sort of thing. And then you're supposed to press a button, and if you don't, he gets hit round the head or gets his head chopped off or something like that. And it's like, what? And then in another pound goes or £2 or because this game wasn't cheap.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was like, I mean, when I was a kid, the arcades were like. I'm trying to think how much they were likely to have been.
Like 50p, I think.
50p,
maybe.
But I'm sure like this one was going to be something like £1, £2, something like that to play it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And, but it was so insanely hard. Like you had to get it like frame perfect. It was ridiculous. It was seriously. It was insane.
Yeah. James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, made a video of Dragon's Lair on the NES, and it's just basically the whole video was him just not even getting past the drawbridge. He kept that.
Oh yeah, I don't even think I got that far playing it.
I've just checked now, and actually it's on the PSN for £15.99. The Dragon's Lair trilogy.
There's a trilogy.
There's more than one.
Yeah, they made. Yeah, I remember. I knew of Dragon's Lair 2. I didn't know Dragon's Lair 3 though.
Yeah, I suspected there was a second one. That does sound familiar, but I didn't realise it was a third. That's a bit mental.
Yeah. Okay. And Craig, what is your third? Oh, sorry. Just before we move on, when we were just looking up Don Bluth films, I can't believe he made Titan AE.
Titan AE is
now what a film.
Can you
Yeah,
still
I
hear me?
still hear you, Craig.
Yeah,
back
no,
there.
it cut out then on me, so and it did that before and you couldn't hear me, so that's why I had to leave and join again. So.
Oh, got you. Yeah, Titan AE. I mean, I love that. I
I
spent
love
pretty
Titan
much.
A, and
Yeah.
the soundtrack was awesome.
I was about to say that sixth form. I pretty much just had that soundtrack downloaded and just listened to it on.
It's got
most
lit on
days.
it.
It has.
That was my first kind of exposure to lit. I listened to a lot more lit once I went to university. But the soundtrack's awesome. The film's awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing. I think it's on. Is it on? See it on Netflix or it's definitely on Disney Plus. It's a Fox film,
Is it?
yeah, it'll be on Disney Plus.
Oh right.
What is it? Titan.
Titan AE.
AE.
I've heard of it. I'm just trying to think of it now.
It is wicked.
It had what's his name? It had Matt Damon playing, like he was like the lead, wasn't he? And like the Han Solo type character, the rogue, half baddie, half goodie. He was.
Oh yeah, I recognise that film. So
yeah, it's such a good film.
It is.
Yeah, it's on
I
Disney
really want to watch it. Oh, there we go. No, we'll be watching over the weekend.
Yeah, because it says watch now Disney Plus subscription. So yeah, it's on there.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So once you mentioned Don Bluth and I saw that name, I knew I had to mention Titan AE. So if anybody's out there, that the soundtrack, look it up on YouTube, on Spotify. But yeah, it's just such a brilliant soundtrack. I will be adding that to my playlist later.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Craig, what is your other pick?
I'm gonna go with one that's not like a machine. Well, it's a big machine, but it's not a screen machine. Just standard good old hockey.
Okay.
So I love hockey in arcades, and like there's a new one out now, like in arcades. I think now it's a Sonic one. I don't know if it's a Sonic one, but I know it's the Pac-Man one. Sorry, the Pac-Man one.
Oh. I think we're losing them. Craig, we lost it.
You play it, and then like after 30 seconds to a minute of playing the game.
Yeah, can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, climb down.
Can you hear me?
Yes, climb down.
Yeah. No, it's it's the Pac-Man one. Like you're playing it, and then like it's about like 30 seconds to a minute after you start playing it. It drops like 30 pucks onto the table. So you're just mashing these pucks around, trying to obviously trying to whack them into the other hole as fast as you can. But like I said, but I love hockey. I just think it's such a good game to play. And like I said, until you get your fingers tips like smashed in. But like, because I've had that a couple of times where you click your fingers. But yeah, I like good old hockey in an arcade.
Nice.
Excellent. Chris, what's your next choice?
Right, my third choice is one that I'm sure it's. I was trying to think because I had a fighting game that I played on when I was over on holiday in Spain, and I couldn't for the life of me find which one it was. All I remember is it had a ninja character, kind of like dressed like not kind of like ninjas in like the masks, more like a sort of armored ninja sort of thing. But yeah, and I couldn't for the life of me find out what the hell it was called. So, which I'm a bit upset about, but never mind. So instead, I've gone with one that I'm pretty sure I actually completed, which is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And yeah, I'm sure I completed that one, which was really, really good. And I can't remember who it was. I think I might have gone Cyclops.
It's mad how big these like Marvel vs. Capcoms are now as well, though. Just think like how many characters used to be for like how many there are in them now and stuff like that. But I used to love playing them as well. Like when you get the over the top super move, it's just ridiculous. It filled the whole screen with a big laser blast.
Yeah, I'm sure I went Cyclops because I just remember just doing like the big laser and everything.
But yeah, they are good, those ones.
Or maybe it was Iron Man. I don't know. It's something with a big laser, and I remember playing it. Yeah, I remember playing it at a caravan park because we used to go in the caravan loads. And again, you go to these places, they've got like a pool table and a couple of arcade machines.
Yeah.
And I remember getting so close to the end and then getting told that dinner's ready. Come and get stuff off the barbecue and so on. And I was like, no, I've got to stay. And I said everyone else buggered off, and I was stood on my own, still playing this game until someone came and got me. But I did end up managing to complete that. And that I'm pretty sure that's like the only arcade game I've ever completed.
Wow.
So I was dead made up with that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember many fighting. I mean, remember always going to the old UCI cinema in Warrington, and there was they had. I think the only one I remember was the first Mortal Kombat. I remember playing that.
Yeah.
Or stood around watching people playing it because I was thinking, what the fuck is this game?
See, I've never been a big fan of like fighting games. Like the only one I really like is Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but I never really played them in the arcades or anything like that. I've always had them at home.
Console,
but I've never really played them in arcades. It was always other games that I played in there, like the shooting ones and stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm going to move on to one of my other picks. I might have a third, but I'm just going to go with my second one for the moment, and that is a shooting game, believe it or not. And I used to play this in a caravan park in Wales. I think I went to stay with all my family. I've just come back from the Isle of Wight, and we was meeting up with my dad's side of the family, and they were in, I think it was Town, or something begins with a T in Wales.
Yeah, Town, yeah.
Yeah, but it's either Town or something else. But my cousin was obsessed with going to Torquay, so we all told him it was Torquay.
Nice.
So anyway, there was a bar, and they had those little horse racing machines and bingo, and I found this arcade game called Operation Wolf.
Oh yeah,
I played that.
It was a stand-up machine. Every time I went to an arcade, I always sorted out. It was just like an Uzi with this red button on the side for your gun.
Yeah.
And I'd probably I must have spent a couple, 30, 40 quid just every night, just shooting it. I don't think I ever got like with most arcade games. I never got to first level, but just amazing. I just never felt it. I mean, you get feedback, and this was like late 80s, very early 90s, so you didn't get like many games like that. It was just, I was reading about it. It won a golden joystick because it was that popular. Got ported to virtually every games console. Not modern, obviously.
Yeah, I saw it before when I was looking through.
Operation Wolf, just the soundtrack, like Operation Wolf. I think what would happen is every time you killed enemies, you get more ammo. If you killed civilians, take ammo off you.
Yeah.
I know they made Operation Wolf 2, but I never played it. I just always remember that screen, and they clearly nicked it off that scene from Commando. When Arnold Schwarzenegger's like getting all geared up, ready to go and get his daughter back.
Yeah.
Just that bit goes. The introduction, he's putting the knife in his pants. He's putting strapping everything on, and it goes Operation Wolf. So that was my other pick.
Nice.
Craig, what about you?
I'm gonna go with it was a 4-person arcade game, and you could probably only ever do it if you did have 4 people. But The Simpsons.
Oh, The Simpsons.
I love that one. You could probably get to level 2 or 3 on it, but I just remember doing the bits at the end where you have to do little mini games when you complete the level or something. You have to blow up a balloon or something as quickly as you can and stuff like that. But The Simpsons, I loved that. I thought it was really good. Trying to catch Smithers, who's kidnapped Maggie for some reason. Yeah. Like I said, it was really good. Simpsons.
I
said I can't. The only thing is, I can't remember half the arcades I played these games in.
Yeah.
I just really can't remember them. Just when you've been places and you just completely forget and you just remember them. But I said, Simpsons for me.
Yeah. Okay. Chris, what about you?
What
about you? You got any more?
Oh God. Possibly.
If he hasn't got any, I've got more.
I was about to say, I did get 3. I'm trying to,
I'll just mention one because I just remember this because I used to camp with my dad in Wales in Llangollen, or near there anyway, and that's something. And this machine was broken, so it just gave you a free game, and so you played it. And it was RoboCop, the original.
No.
Nice.
It was such a good game. Actually, that is one I did complete because it was for free. So we just every time you died, just got another life again.
I remember playing it on the Sega Mega Drive. I could never get past the first level. It was fucking so hard.
Yeah, it was just perfect. The soundtrack was just spot on. The RoboCop theme. But yeah, that was in '94, so that's like 28 years ago. I was actually frightened. I think it was more frightened. That was 28 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's 14. Summer of '94. Yeah, and we camping and playing golf. Lots of fun. But I think thinking on, it's just. I think unlike America, they had like dedicated arcades everywhere. We didn't have that. We mainly had them in airports, service stations, like seaside resorts.
Yeah, caravan parks,
stuff like that. So, and caravan parks and holiday parks. So you'd be if you saw that you were going on holiday or you was on holiday. So it wasn't like somewhere you could just go down the street. Just going to the arcade. I mean, in the UK, I don't know if you two would agree with me, but I think when you think of arcades, you just think of those slot machines that you just get in the high street. But you've got to be 18 to enter.
Yeah, like the one in Widnes Town Centre.
Exactly. It's all
Town Centre.
Although to be fair, it's not everywhere because I have actually found another one that I remember playing on, which was Rampage, which is the one where you're like either basically like King Kong or Godzilla, or I think the other one was a giant wolf. Yeah. And you had to climb up the buildings. But I remember playing that down in Newquay. Because we went down to Newquay on holiday for a couple of years. And
I was going to say, if you complete the level or something, or if they changed it to humans or something, wasn't it, as well? Or did morph back into humans, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Didn't you make a film of that?
I was going to say, they made a movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was all right a bit. With the rock
is that the one with the rock in it?
Yeah,
it is, yeah. Thinking on, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. I think I watched it a while ago. I think it's on Netflix or it was on one of the channels anyway. But yeah, Craig, you got one more?
I have. I've got another two more actually.
Okay, let's go with your two then.
Well, one was from. I actually got really good at it because we used to have a caravan in the Lake District, and I used to always play it in the arcade that we had there. And I'm sad that I actually not I was good at it. It is Dance Dance Revolution. I loved playing that game. I thought it was
he really did, didn't he?
Dance Revolution. I absolutely loved it.
I think I played that before, too.
It's just good when you got good at it and you just be able to go dead quick. Your legs look like Michael Flatley going bloody speed.
I would like to see, actually.
I've not played it yet. God, I probably won't even be able to do it now. But I used to love Dance Dance Revolution. The other last one is another classic shooting, Time Crisis.
Oh, Time Crisis is awesome.
Yeah, Time Crisis. Like I said, I don't know if it's the first or second one, but I can remember one bit of the first level where you're going up an alleyway and these barrels are rolling down. You've got to keep pressing the pedals to pop in and out while you're going up. Is it on the thing? I just remember that one of them like that.
I think it's 2.
Is it 2? Yeah,
I think it is because I had Time Crisis 2 on my one. It's one of my favorite retro games, didn't I? And,
you did, yeah. You mentioned that.
Yeah, you did mention Time Crisis. Yeah,
that was Time Crisis 2. So I'm sure it was.
I don't like the new Time Crisis because they give you like it's obviously good, but you say you can switch between loads of guns and stuff like that. It's just like give the handgun and just carry on fucking playing how it used to be and stuff like that. Stop trying to make it too technical, just I can play. Although there is another shooting game that I did like, but I can't remember the name of it, and it was in the Runcorn Cineworld, and it was
Terminator.
As you walked in through the main door, as you went into the arcade bit on the left, it was literally right there. And what it was, it was one of those games. It was like a gun game. You had a red or a blue gun, and like. If you're the red, you have to shoot the red targets. If you're blue, you have to shoot the blue targets. And then you'd have to shoot balloons sometimes that were going up. Like each level was like different and stuff like that. And I can't remember what the game was called, but it was just daft little games like for levels that you had to do. So like if you like I said, you shoot the red balloons, if you hit any other ones, you lose time and stuff like that on it. But it was one of those type of games. I used to love playing it in the Runcorn Cineworld there. But I'll let Chris go now because I do actually have another one after I just thought of that as well. So I'll let Chris go and then I'll give my final one.
Okay. I've got another one which I just remembered actually. Oh well, I was going through and I found it and I thought, oh god, yeah. Do you remember Golden Tee-Off?
Oh, the one that used to break your fucking fingers rolling that ball.
Yeah, it's the golf game. But the thing is, I didn't know this.
There's a golf arcade game.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, there is.
So good. We used to have. You used to know I used to live in the pub, didn't I, Ian? In the Crown. We used to have it. We used to have it in there. Yeah. There's a pub in Widnes called the Crown. I used to live there for like 9 years, and we had it in there as well. Like the golf game. It was so good. Like you used to swing your palm so quick.
You used to get like a blister in the middle of your palm.
I know, and you used to smack the screen so hard as well.
I'm trying to look this up.
It was kind of like it was kind of like the Crystal Maze. Remember the old arcade Crystal Maze where it had the ball in the middle? Yeah. It was like that, and you had to. But obviously you smacked it.
I forgot about that. I remember
you smacked it forward. Well. It's just come to me because of that bloody golf game. Crystal Maze had it as well, like the ball in the middle, didn't it?
I remember playing that. See, all of these were all at caravan parks. God, I remember that.
But yeah, I remember that golf game. It was it was so good. Like obviously you spin at the back trying to get backspin on it as well once you hit it, but. The amount of times you hit that screen with the palm of your hand as well when you try and knock it forward as hard as you can and you're scared you're going to break the fucking thing.
Yeah. I've just thought of another one. And I played it on my 40th in Arcanes in Liverpool. You should visit there if you are like in the area. And that is WrestleFest. It was the WWF wrestling game. So I was playing that twice.
If that's a wrestling game that I'm thinking about, I do remember one. WrestleFest. Yeah, I remember that one. That was in Anglesey. There's Chiada Bay. There's a pub, and I remember we used to go there because there's a caravan park near it where we stayed one time, and there's a pub near it, and they had this game in there, and I remember playing it. Like I said, I do remember playing that one. It's a good one as well.
Yeah, I remember playing that in the Robin Hood. Oh, it was a Peter Pan. I think it was Peter Pan. The Peter Pan arcade in the Isle of Wight in Rye. I think when we was working the Isle of Wight, I was trying to get you to come over there one night, but we were too knackered.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you had to go to Rye because it was only a small island, so I thought we could get over there. But we've been walking around all day just answering questions. We just couldn't be bothered. Just went to bed.
Yeah, went to bed, put the Wi-Fi on, and it was like, nope, go sleep. With my bathroom where I could take a shit and a shower at the same time.
Yeah, you put me into disabled, so I was
ready for me.
I thought you have it, but I was the only one complaining about it. I'm just feeling sorry for myself sitting in my shower every night. Oh, memories. But yeah, but that was it. Chris, you got any more?
I don't know.
I'll give my last one.
I remember playing the Willow one. Do you remember playing the Willow one?
There's a Willow one.
Yeah,
the Willow arcade.
It was in the Runcorn swimming baths.
What, the one at the Old Town?
Yeah.
No, I never went there. I lived in Rockmere. She also went Brooklyn.
Yeah, we used actually, I just read this is another place where I would randomly find arcade games because they had an arcade in the Norton swimming baths, obviously not in the pool. They had one in the Norton swimming baths. They had one in the Brookvale swimming baths, and they had one in the Runcorn swimming baths. Yeah, and I remember playing Willow in one. Golden Axe was in one. Like,
Oh, Golden.
no, over the years, there was Golden Axe, there was Willow, there was Sunset Riders, which was like a cowboy one.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
Which for some reason these cowboys were wearing like neon outfits.
it was the 80s. Everybody wore neon outfits.
Yeah. There was this one where Bubble Bobble was in Brookvale at one point. I remember that.
I always thought that was a Nintendo game.
It was a Nintendo game, but I think you could play it in the arcade as well.
Still the arcade, got the arcade, yeah. There was there was like a caveman one, and you used to throw bones.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I remember. Do I think of any others?
Well, I've
There's
got
not many, but
my
Go
one
on,
now. I'll give my last one, and it was playing it. It's actually because when I was talking about Runcon before, they had it in Runcorn, Fist of the North Star, where you put those gloves on and you have to hit the things at the side. Have you ever played it?
I've heard of this. I've heard of the anime, but never the.
Oh, the game in the arcade was awesome. You put on these like proper plastic fist things on your hand, and like you see the screen in front of you, and then like these paddles come out. Like I think there's like 4 on each side, and like when one comes out, you got to hit it quickly, and it obviously does damage to the person. But obviously, in the Fist of the North Star, where he goes, they come out dead quick, and you got to try and hit them so fast, like you fucking knuckles are dying after it.
What did he do? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's crazy.
You know that game that I was talking about before as well, the shooting game?
Yeah.
I found it. It's called Point Blank. That's all it was.
Point
It was a shooting game called Point Blank. And like I said, I absolutely loved it. It was so fun. I just loved playing that game.
Oh, you know what? I have seen that. Yeah, I remember seeing it. And I never played it, but I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
I've got another arcade game as well now. Sorry.
Normally, Chris is a big list.
The Fist of the North Stars remind me of another one.
Oh, it's not the one we used to punch you.
You put on a boxing glove, and like you used to walk dead back, and like the punching bag used to come up and from the machine, and you used to have to run forward and hit it as hard as you can, and the face on the screen would distort and stuff like that. Used to be like an alien robot or something.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, one thing we haven't really mentioned in this is none of us have mentioned racing games. Like, the ones where you have to like sit on the bikes or sit in the seat.
I was never
enjoyed
that
them.
fussed.
Yeah.
I especially the bikes. I wouldn't mind going on the bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was never.
Yeah,
it was never a big
With
thing for me.
Chris,
I enjoyed.
I
enjoyed the shooting games a lot more.
Yeah, same. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I did play. This will be the last one before we wrap up. When I went out for my 40th, I played on the what was it? Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, and you had to sit in a pod race, and it's one of the hardest games I've ever had to. Because like the way the controls of it, I was just like, it was like you was literally in a pod from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I just remember because all I kept doing was crashing.
Whereabout is this in Liverpool?
You know where Kane's Brewery is, where the Ghetto Golf. Is it Ghetto Golf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where Kane's Brewery. So it's literally around the corner from where my dad grew in Toxteth Dingle.
What's it called now? Arcades, is it? Or...
Arcanes. So it's Kane's Brewery, but it's called Arcanes. It was really good. Just don't order any food from there. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it was horrible. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I mean, they had good choices. I mean, they had Turtles there, but it was like the 2012 version, which was good. We had a good game on it. We played Mario as well, which was really good. I think we were there for a good few hours. I'm trying to think what else. Played Walking Dead. That was like a newer one. We had a lot of like classic ones. You had Star Wars Return of the Jedi, but it was not the one you sat in. You just stood in it. I always hated Return of the Jedi anyway.
Oh, so it's down near the docks, is it? Like
it's near there, but it's not. It's more. I'd say it's more up in near town. But yeah, it's on the. You go on the dock road,
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see where it is now. Like I'm just, I have to look at I have to look at Lime Street Station, and then I have to look from where I'm going from there to know where I am in like Liverpool.
Only because I like the only reason I know the area so well is because that's what most of my family lives around there. So
Yeah.
literally it's like my auntie's house, like about a 2-minute walk away from there. So I spent a lot of weekends like hanging around.
Yeah,
that area.
it is actually quite close to the docks. I'm looking at it. Cause like I said, it looks like it's on Stanhope Street and that Marines Wharf. Like it's just right next to it. So, yeah, it's not too far. So
no, okay. So we'll put a pin in it for this week. So before we go, has anybody got any recommendations of what they're going to be playing, watching, or doing next week?
Here it starts working, but for some reason it's not working. I downloaded Mortal Kombat 11, but the story's just not working for some reason.
Really?
What was that on the PlayStation?
Yeah, on the Xbox, we've got Game Pass.
No, yeah.
But when I download it, when you go to start the story, it says story unavailable at the minute. So I don't know if there's something wrong with it. But if not, I'm gonna finish trying to get the achievements on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Chris, what about you?
I've been playing a bit of League again. Obviously, the new season's started. Where I think there's a new ADC champion in the bot lane called Zeri, who seems really good and needs a bit of getting used to. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, it seems pretty good. So doing that. And then, like I said, there's new cards in Eternal, there's new cards in Magic, there's new cards in Legends of Runeterra. So there's a lot going on in terms of that sort of thing. Me and Ben have been playing Minecraft quite a bit, so there's that. I know Mike's not here, but when he has asked me if I fancied doing some Minecraft on stream, which obviously isn't an issue because that's what I used to do a lot of anyway. So that does actually remind me, I will do massive plug at this point because we have set up a Guilded server, which is kind of like Discord, but there are various kind of pros and cons as to which one is better and so on and so forth. We've decided to go, or I've decided to go with Guilded because it's mine. So, but there is a space now for the podcast on there. So if you want to check it out, it's www.guilded.gg/the-etherverse, which is ETHERVERSE. Obviously, that's a massive nod to my ego, but it's my stream, so who cares? So yeah. But like I said, it's my stream, it's my stuff. So I will name it whatever the hell I want. So I have done. But yeah, come and check it out. It's like Discord. Craig needs to get his butt on there. But
I'm crap at stuff like that.
But Mike's on there, Ian's on there, I'm on there.
Yeah.
There are loads of roles. There'll be plenty more roles to add as time goes on. So yeah, please check it out. Come and see. Come, have a chat and so on. Hopefully there'll be plenty of other people on there as time goes on, especially like as I continue streaming or when I start streaming again and so on. So, but yeah, so that's www.guilded.gg/the-etherverse. So yeah, come and check it out.
Cool. Nice little plug there. Well done. Okay. And I think for the next week, I've just got on the PlayStation Now Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
I just started playing, I think, San Andreas on there as well. So I tell a lie, I'll be playing San Andreas. I completely forgot about that. I've literally just started it though. Yeah, it's the definitive edition. So I've been playing GTA San Andreas. I completely forgot. I just started that.
Yeah.
So
I just, you know what? I've forgotten. I mean, when I had it on it's probably the second PS2 game I ever bought. And it's probably the one that lasted the longest with me. I actually like it more than I like San Andreas. I just thought the soundtrack is just banging. It's amazing. even just driving around, listen to the chat ones, to the chat the talk show ones. As a fellow who's taken off, what was his name? Oh, the fellow, what's his name? Crocodile Hunter. You know what I mean? Steve Irwin. And
Steve Irwin, yeah, that's it.
Steve Irwin. I mean,
that's the geezer.
It's not aged well. Not aged well. Let's face it. It's a bit grim now thinking about it. But
yeah.
I've seen something the other day though, like about Steve Irwin. It was something like 2006 that he died. I think it was.
Yeah.
It's like fuck it. It was that long ago. It's like, wow.
I remember that he died because I was in my nan's one Sunday. I think he was on. Crocodile Hunter was on. I was saying to me auntie, he said he's going to get killed doing that one day. Next thing you know, I woke up.
And the thing was, though, it wasn't even a crocodile.
I thought it was a stingray.
Yeah, it was. See, next thing he knows, he's dead. Coincidence? I think not.
I know. I remember going down to me.
Where were you, Ian?
I was asleep.
In 2006.
I was at the other side of the world asleep.
4th of September 2006 is when he died. Yeah. So it's wow, bloody hell.
I remember going down to me nan's the next week, saying to me auntie, said, I think we jinxed Steve Irwin, bloody hell. But yeah. So yeah, but I just remember playing that game and just realised how hard it is to play when you're not using all the cheat codes. I've got all the unlimited weapons. I'm having to pay for my prostitutes now. It's terrible.
It's not like it's coming out of your own money, though, is it?
No, true. My favourite pastime used to get hire a prostitute, do my business, then when she leave, I get me samurai sword out and shop for it and take my money back.
What?
I've downloaded.
Where's this conversation gone?
What you used to
about? It's Grand Theft Auto.
It's Grand Theft Auto. I mean, the worst thing I think was what you used to find in the police toilets. The weapon you used to find there. That was the best. That's the only thing I liked about San Andreas was when you go to the police toilets and there was a big double-ended dildo you had to kill people with.
You sure that was I thought that was like Saints Row, wasn't it? Or
No.
Was it that one as well? Yeah.
No, San Andreas, yeah. I remember chasing somebody down the street with one.
Was this in the game or?
My big prompted conversation because we was in college at the time. And me and my mate's brother. I suppose he was my mate, yeah, because we did the course together. And we just sat there, randomly. I was telling the story about how I found this double-ended dildo in the police station and started killing people with. So I said to him, so do you imagine if there was a serial killer that used to beat people to death with this double-ended dildo? I said, what would he call himself? And he just went, Dildo Dave. Scarily enough, his name was David. So, yeah, a little bit worried that my friend from college was a serial killer who killed people with double-ended dildos.
I see.
Yeah. And on that bombshell, we'll call it a day. So, thanks very much for listening to Geeky Dad's podcast, episode 9.
Yes,
next week, we will be discussing, thanks to the popular vote, and if I can just get Twitter up now, I shall tell you what the final tally was.
See, we can do votes and stuff on Gilded. Get your ass on there.
Well, what we might do is then we might put the
Get your buttocks on there.
Get your buttocks on there. Right, let me get it up. Let me get the page up. Let me get this. I need the feed. We've definitely said we've had no feedback for the name the phallus-shaped dinosaur from earlier today.
I've not seen that.
I've seen it. I don't think I commented on that one.
You didn't. You liked it.
I think I have actually seen it on the subreddit. They knew or something like that. There's a subreddit for that sort of thing, for things that are of a certain shape, or stuff like that. Innuendos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I personally think that I think the winner has to be a Velociraptor. Or Semi-Erectus Rex.
No, that's not half as clever.
No, it isn't. Yeah. Okay, so I've got it up now. So episode 8. So the choices were kids horror films, Star Trek or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So with 8% of the vote got kids' horror films, 31% of the vote was Star Trek, and with 62% of the vote was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So next week we'll be talking
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
See, I should have gone on and voted over and over again, so we didn't have to talk about Star Trek.
I don't like Star Trek as well. I tell you, I like the new movies, but obviously,
I was about to say,
I've not seen anything.
To be fair, I used to watch The Next Generation loads. I used to watch Deep Space Nine. I used to watch Voyager. So it's just the more recent stuff. I just haven't really kept up with it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think if we did talk about it, it would be about the originals. I wouldn't go into the newer stuff. I might mention Lower Decks.
What we're doing on? I mean, is it basically anything on Turtles that we're going over this next week?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So I think we should go back to the original series, so the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
The cartoon.
Yeah, the original cartoon.
Do you know it? That's what I was going to actually say. That it was only actually called Hero Turtles in the UK, wasn't it? It wasn't
because
they thought Ninja was too violent.
Violence,
of Ninja.
The violence inherent in calling it ninjas, which is
I know.
Daft. But yeah, we'll cover that bit when we get to it. But I was going to say, so I think what we'll do is we'll watch the original mini-series of the first 5 episodes. We should be able to find those. I think you can get them in HMV and other places on the internet. And then if you want to watch the first film and the new films, and we can talk about the other TV shows, obviously the games and the toys we'll talk about as well.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, that's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for listening this week.
Okie dokie. I'll speak to you next week.
Oh, yeah. I would say this before you go, Craig. Have you been listening to the episodes by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. Have you been listening all the way to the end?
Yeah, listen. Why? Does it show up on yours? Or?
just checking. Okay. Right then. Well,
why?
Right, well, I think you better listen to last week's episode.
Last week?
The last episode, yeah. Listen to episode 8, little to the way to the end.
Technically, it was last month.
Last month. Oh yeah, listen to last month.
Which episode was it then? Is that the quiz or was it the?
Listen to episode 8.
Episode 8.
After the credits.
Oh well, if it's after the credits, that's why I probably haven't figured it. I have to fly.
I thought you might, yeah. Okay.
So.
I thought you might. Okay. Right then. Right. We'll all see you next week then. We'll be talking about Turtles. Have a great night.
All right.
Right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
He did it again.
Has he gone? Hey!
Okay.
I shall leave straight away and listen to that episode and find out what they're talking about.
We'll talk about the year was leaves when we say goodbye.
Oh,
good recording, mate.
Yes, indeed. Take it easy.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Beastman, I will read the thing. Thank you for listening to the Geeky Dads podcast this week. You can find us on Twitter at the Geeky Dads Pod, Instagram at the Geeky Dads Podcast, Facebook.com/the Geeky Dads Podcast, and even now on YouTube, the Geeky Dads Podcast. What the fuck? We're on everything now. You can even listen and subscribe on Anchor FM, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and even Stitcher. Leave that alone, Beastman! You infernal boob!